Smokey's Barbecue is officially open for business. Kevin's still trying to get in good with Gemma, and we've really lost Ronnie. It's Live, Laugh, and Lovey's recap of The Chi.
Fresh air in the morning, birds chirping outside when we yawning. Oh, baby. Hey.
Hello, everyone. We're live in the virtual living room. It's me and Aaron today. Hey, Aaron.
Hi, girl.
And Goldie. I'm not sure why he felt the need to be in the intro, but hey, he's our third guest today. He's our third person on the panel today. All right. First and foremost, what are you sipping on today? What's your beverage of choice? Just water?
Just water.
Boo. Okay. Well, of course, as always, I am the lonely drunk.
Right.
So I'm drinking Soul beer. And it is a Mexican beer. It's kind of on the lines of like a Corona, but it's a lot smoother. Oh, and then let us not forget, put my soul down because my soul needs rest today. I have some red velvet cake.
So you got beer and red velvet cake.
Yes.
All right.
It's the dinner of the South.
No, we don't mix alcohol and dessert
Oh.
unless it's wine. But carry on.
Oh, so it would have been more acceptable if it were wine?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go with that. All right. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. So listen here, Lena. Wait. Okay. Just when you had drawn me in to the idea of, you know what, the show is not as bad as it used to be with the violence and everything. Y'all want to go ahead and do my Ronnie like that?
Man. So this was the first time, like, all season that I was really surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? But now that you look at it, he kind of went out the same way that his grandma did. Remember, she went out, had the time of her life,
Mm-hmm.
and then she died. Then he went out. Like, I was like, what is going on? This is really weird. Why is Tracy acting all like this? And then now,
Mm-hmm.
he's getting ready to go. You want to spend the day with him and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. He done gave the granddaughter the money, everything. And, they getting ready to part their ways. And just, pow! I was like, oh!
I mean, like, that was a violent shot.
Man. And I saw the little boy stand up in church, but I was like, okay, that's interesting. But I was like, he's a hero now. He's good to go, and he about to lead the city anyway. Like, why would you kill him if you about to write him off anyway? Like, you ain't have to do that.
Right.
Not to Ronnie.
Right.
Oh man.
On
that
the
was
9th
like,
episode.
Right. Ricky. No, sorry.
I would say that it was an equivalent to that Boys in the Hood scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, it was just like, what? I mean, like, it hurt my heart.
Yes. And he worked so hard to redeem himself.
Mm-hmm.
And get back in good standings with the community himself. He laid his grandma's ashes to rest in the, I guess, is that a river or the
Yeah, it
lake?
looked like a little lake or pond or something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I already called it that they were gonna write Ronnie off, but you had to kill him?
Yeah.
Oh, child.
In front of everybody, though.
Man.
I was like, what? Nah. And I'm really hoping that this doesn't affect Smokey's Barbecue.
I don't think it will. Because that dude didn't have nothing to do with Smokey's Barbecue.
But if a shooting breaks out, people are going to be a little hesitant to visit or patronize the restaurant, especially in the back, which I don't understand why that part was as open as it is. Like, there was no gates or anything. Not that that would have avoided anything from happening, but, it seems like the restaurant on the backside is an alley. But I hope that it doesn't affect their business where people are too afraid that something is going to pop off. And especially with it being opening day, because what if that reviewer had been there?
This is The Chi.
What are you saying, Todd?
I- they like, oh, another one. Okay, y'all got some more macaroni and cheese. I ain't even trying to be funny, but I get what you're saying. But at the same time, the rate of violence there, it it's lively to happen anywhere. And also, when you think of an alley, because I mean, it very well could have opened up into an alley, but that's how Chicago is designed. So alleys are actually walkways, not like the type of alleys that we think of where it's, secluded, dark, dangerous. It's just another way. Like, just cars don't really go down the alley like that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I get that. I just really hope that it doesn't, in fact, hurt the business. Because everybody's scattered. Didn't nobody come over to try to help. Because wasn't Jada and them still out there? Or had they left?
I don't think they left. I think they were still inside.
No, they were sitting outside. Remember,
Were they?
Darnell, and was Tiffany outside with them too?
I didn't think that was that outside. I thought
Yeah,
that was in the front. Oh, okay, because I
they were
knew they were
outside.
sitting together.
Yeah, they were initially in the front, but then they moved outside.
Oh, okay. And Darnell with his trashy ass.
I just knew he was gonna say something to Tiffany.
What was he
No,
gonna say?
no, I mean like spill the beans. Because when Jada said, "Well, Tiffany ain't the one cheating,"
Oh, yeah.
and I thought he was gonna put two and two together and then say something to Tiffany like, "I thought you was the one cheating," something like that. Because
Okay.
it's not too far fetched for him.
No, not for him at all. Talk about the Scorpio. He didn't even call her by name.
Mm-mm.
Ugh, child. He
He
made me
just
want to take a shower every time he show up. Like,
he's so disrespectful. It's not even funny. I mean, all up in Dom's personal spaces, she just a giggling. Like,
right.
girl, if you don't pay attention to that cheese sauce and keep your business going, move on, little Johnny, move on.
But then, so it looked like Dom got a little salty.
Oh yeah, yeah, she is. As much as she want to fight it, she's salty. She feels some kind of way, but I'm tripping off of how you catch feelings.
I don't know. I don't know. But he's cured now, though. He's cured.
With his pawn shop ring. Oh, I fell out when Darnell said that. He was like, "Look like a ring from the pawn shop." I was like, and then Tiffany had the look on her face like, "Is it though?" I was like, "Oh Lord."
But does it matter?
If it's a ring that comes from the pawn shop, I mean, as long as it doesn't look like it's a $5.99 ring, $5.99 ring, not $599.
Right.
Then yeah, it could be about something, but I wouldn't mind. I mean, you paid less than what you would have paid at retail.
Right. I mean, it was a small ass ring, though. But
Okay, Darnell.
but I mean, it was. I guess. I don't know. But I mean, to me, whether it came from the pawn shop or not is kind of irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, as long as it's a decent looking ring. But,
Mm-hmm.
she loved it. Okay, cool. I hope that he's serious, and I saw the build up throughout the episode, but I didn't think that he was going to go all the way through with it because he's definitely still got some soul searching to do. I don't think that he is cured.
Of course not. You're only 20 something.
Right. And I do think it was definitely an overcompensation. Like, ooh, I almost messed up a good thing. Let me lock it down.
Yes, because he thinks that's secure, which in reality, America, it is not. Okay? You got to be able to fix yourself before you can give yourself to someone else.
Exactly. And then Dom with her shady ass, let me know if you need some inspiration. Tiffany better than me.
So you saying that you wouldn't allow V to work with the female?
I ain't saying allow, but no, I'm talking about the fact that she's made that statement in front of Tiffany. When she said, let me know if you need some inspiration. That's what I'm talking about. Tiffany was standing right there, heard it. And all she did was just
Well, maybe that'll come out in next week's episode.
mm-hmm.
I mean, because I think Tiffany is a smart girl. She ain't stupid. No.
She stayed with Emmett.
Uh, I did laugh when I saw all the baby mamas and the kids in the front.
Yes.
I was like, "Oh, okay." No, and then when Jada had announced that he got engaged, and he was like, "To who?"
Right.
His baby mama. He was like, "Well, which?" And we said at the same time. I was like, "Which one?"
Right. So Keisha's pregnant, which we kind of saw that coming.
Yeah. Who said it? You or Iva?
Iva. I
Okay.
think Iva did.
Mhm.
Or we
She
might have
probably did.
agreed.
She
I
good for
don't
being Miss Cleo.
know. Okay. But clearly she's having mixed emotions about keeping it or not,
Mhm.
which is understandable. Um, and this is the one time that I feel like Nina is being a bit overbearing. Like, oh, we'll just get rid of it. You know, it'll be gone soon. Like,
Well, but Keisha said, "I just want to take care of this." She alluded to that, so I didn't too much mind with Nina saying it because that was where her headspace was at the time. But now that we see that there was in fact a shift.
but so I'm not talking about like when Keisha first told him and she said, "How can I get rid of it?" You know, that's a knee-jerk reaction to getting pregnant through no choice of your own. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And so I wasn't tripping then, but then later on, even after she saw, because I think Nina said it two more times after that, like, this will be over soon. This will be over soon. And then when she came in there and saw Keisha on the laptop looking at the first, what they expect
Trimester.
during the first
Mhm.
trimester of pregnancy or whatever,
Mhm.
she didn't even give Keisha an option. Like, she asked real quick, like, you're not having second thoughts. Like that almost as if to only give her an answer, an option to say no.
Right.
Not really. Are you having second thoughts? Because I think that Nina may be being a little selfish right now. Like,
It's Nina. You look up the word selfish, Nina's face is right there. Her and her poofy hair.
okay. And what was that hike or whatever that her and Dre were doing?
As Kevin would say, white people stuff.
Yes,
I think it was just an opportunity for them to get out the house and take a brisk walk. And I don't think that they were fully equipped as far as clothing. I was
definitely
like, it
not
looked
Nina.
cold
Like
as,
you got on leggings.
yeah, I was like, it's cold as I don't know what. And where's your big overcoat that I normally see people on TV in Chicago wearing?
Yeah,
Like, it's
right.
as cold as I don't know what. All I see is breath. But I mean, some people like to go walking and in the cold weather because you warm up when you're walking anyway. But they weren't doing that much. They were doing a lot more talking than walking.
You're right.
But one thing that really stood out to me in that particular scene was when um, Dre said, "I'm used to dealing with broken women."
Hmm.
And I think a lot of people feel like that. They think that they can be Captain America and I'm here to the rescue. I can help you. I can help you fix it, whatever, but you can't because that person has to be in a position to want to fix themselves.
Hmm.
You can't, it's not a solo effort. It's not.
Yeah, and she said, broken women are easier to love. I was like, that's deep. That's deep.
It is, but it also can be hard because if
Yeah,
they're not emotionally available, then how can you expect to get the love that you deserve?
right.
That was a pretty profound scene. Because, there's a lot of people who feel that way. I know people who have been in relationships like that. Oh, I can
Yeah.
fix them. And, 5 years down the line, they divorced or no longer in that relationship. You couldn't
Okay,
fix
or now they need fixing.
it. Right. So, yeah, absolutely. So, what we got to say about Big Papa?
I was, he can't get right. He can't get right. Just when you think he getting right, he done got wrong again. Like, oh, okay. So now you didn't change your backing from Camille to Duda, Mr. Perry, but to Duda. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe, that was just a change of heart. I thought then he talked about, oh, I need to speak to Angie. I was like, oh God, just money and hoes with you people, huh?
Yeah, and it's sad. It's sad. You are the man of a cloth. Man of a cloth. Yeah, it is just that. You are a cloth, not the cloth.
Declaws,
A
okay.
cloth. Okay, because you ain't right. You are not right in that little bitty church. That
Oh,
little bitty
child.
that my bedroom is probably bigger than that church. But and Rose, Lord.
Oh.
Thankfully she didn't have very many lines, but she still had one too many.
And she was over talking, oh, dude was like,
Right. He was like,
I knew that was going to be a problem.
whose campaign is it?
Right. Are you the candidate?
Right.
Like, okay, you still a punk. I don't care how tough you get with the woman. I've seen you get punked out by men. So,
Here we go.
yes.
You will not let that go.
No, no, no.
Oh my gosh, that is too funny. But what about Jake?
And because I thought he was breaking in there to steal some money. I don't know why. I couldn't even figure out why he was back there, but what's in the paperwork?
I mean, it got to be something detrimental.
And whose birthday is 11/27/46? Is that's somebody's birthday?
Maybe the mama, his mom.
46?
Hmm.
I don't know, but because that's my birthday, 11/27. So I was like, oh, let me know which one of you got my birthday.
So
Clearly, it
silly.
wasn't 46. That was about.
So silly. But yeah, it could have been his mom.
And I wonder why Rose gave him the combination.
Cause she don't care nothing about Duda.
I mean, that's obvious.
I'm still trying to wonder what is your purpose.
Well, he said stick to the script, so I guess she's just there for show. She's just that, you know, trophy wifey piece for picture purposes only,
But you
and
always
clearly
sending her
she came back
home.
from.
You always sending her to the house.
He sent her home before.
Yes, because that's when she was there with the mama.
Facts.
So
Well,
it's
that's
just
because she won't. That's because she won't keep her mouth closed. She won't shut up.
well, there's that.
She will not shut up. Either she making that noise or making that face. Like, yeah, I want to deal with none of it.
So I wonder, is Jake staying with Trig?
Trick.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Because when his car was being broken into, they both coming out the house, and I was like, it's relatively early for you to be coming out.
He hadn't been back to Duda's house since that conversation. He was
Oh, when he
like,
was playing the video game.
yeah, because I'm just trying to figure out what would you have documentation if you're supposed to be a smart gangster.
Right.
I'm just saying because I know you ain't got no paper trail sitting in an obvious place like your safe in your house.
Right.
Now you always gotta have a cover your asset plan or get out of jail plan. So I get that you may need to have documentation to protect yourself, but you're not gonna have it readily accessible. That's gonna be in the same place where you put your get out of town money or something like that. It's not gonna be
Just to
right
get out of
there.
town money.
Yeah, like that $50,000 that Reg had stash. That's where you would have put that paperwork, because that's not something you're gonna need just for anything. That's like, oh, I'm about to face life in prison. Let me get some of these years off my back or something like that. But okay. And clearly, they went and took it to Camille's campaign, so that's not done yet. Next week is the end of the season.
Okay, so my question is, why is $5,000 always a magic number when it comes to him? Did you catch that?
I did. Now that you pointed out, because he wanted to give Ronnie $5,000, and then
Mhm.
Jake cost $5,000.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then, so what was the plan with the dude that broke into Trig's car? Because clearly he planted dope in there. So was he gonna call the police to try and get him arrested or something?
I mean, I'm thinking, but who would have made the call? That would like it would have been an anonymous call.
Yeah,
Like, hey, you need to check out this G wagon
right.
over on 151st. And yeah, like you come on now. It's a G wagon. You don't think that he gonna have some type of alarm system? I'm disappointed in the shot. It hurt my heart.
I was super mad. Like they really could have just let Ronnie go to Springfield
Mhm.
and just never come back. If y'all were done with him on the show, you could just write him off and let him just be gone. Like, okay, we didn't have to see Brandon die. And Brandon, based on what the real life character did, deserved to, be shot on camera. Okay, so why we had to, say Ronnie was one of the good guys.
Do you think he has survivability?
No,
I mean, I'm just
I
saying.
mean, the signs and symptoms were already there for him to be, taken off the show.
Mhm.
So I wonder, are y'all gonna let us have a funeral for him? Y'all don't do funerals on the Shine. Like,
They gave Jason Brandon one.
okay, and then Grandma ain't getting no funeral.
She had
Reg
a
ain't getting no
memorial.
funeral.
Oh well, what if he's still alive though?
What happened to Sonny? They
Yeah,
just moved in and
yeah.
we ain't heard
There's a
nothing
lot
else
of
about him.
holes. There are a lot of holes. I get that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, just nothing. Sonny wasn't even there for the opening. It's just like how you just gonna skim over key cast members or key players and it not make sense. I don't know. That's weird. So what are your predictions for next week? The season finale.
I hope that Keisha has made better progress. I mean, and not to say that I want to rush her, but I just want to see her doing kind of okay
Mhm.
before the season ends.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't expect her to be, back to Keisha already, but I just don't want the season to end with her not being in a better place than what she is. I was glad to see her trying to work to get back to some sense of normalcy.
With Ronnie.
And she was being thoughtful enough, I guess, to carry the audio tapes with her and to understand her triggers and to like literally breathe her way through those triggers rather than let them overcome her or cause her to just, shut down again.
Right.
I hope to see Keisha and Kevin get back to Keisha and Kevin. I was happy to see towards the end that that she did let him hug her for once.
Yeah.
Because, she been blowing him off hard, poor Kev, because he been trying to be a good little big brother,
Right,
you know.
exactly that. A little big brother. He's still
Yeah.
he trying to protect her at this point, but he had me dying laughing when he was trying to run. Okay, oh, slow down. I was like, boy, you about 2 years old. If you don't get to running.
Okay. And
Mhm.
then he was running in J's. Like, those are not made for running for real. That you can do basketball, but running, anybody that has owned Jordans, they not made for running. They hurt your feet.
Right.
So that was for sure, for real. You had no intentions on seriously running. And ain't nobody running in Jordans because you can't get that crease in the toe.
So what do you think will happen between he and Gemma?
I'm confused a little bit on that because clearly Kev is serious, but I still think that Gemma has that hole that we talked about, like where she only wants to fix things with money,
Right.
sex, and things like that. So I'm not sure if she is capable or knowledgeable about like an emotional attachment. We may get like a soul food party for the end of the for the end of the season, like where magically everybody's good. Gemma, you know how the show does. Like they'll have a party with a great song and everybody be there. We haven't seen Maisha either.
Who?
So
Oh,
Maisha.
Maisha.
Yeah, because I was thinking about the party scenes. Like, because remember when Jake and Kev had their little beef? Then they had the party scene, and Gemma and Kev were there. Jake, Papa, and
Mhm.
Maisha, and Neil.
The day of the blackout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Predictions. We're gonna get an answer on what Keisha gonna do with the baby.
What if she decides to keep it though?
I wouldn't be mad, but I mean, I just hope that she's given the option for it to be her decision, because we all know selfish Nina.
Mhm.
She's gonna be like, well, I ain't ready to be no grandma. I just got married.
You think
You
she's capable of saying something like that?
Nina?
I mean, well, I know I'm giving her a little lenient,
Yeah.
right? I can see her trying to, in her mind, that's where that's what she feels. But I couldn't see her saying, "Well, I'm not ready to be a grandmother." Well, no, now that I said it out loud, yes, I
Yeah,
can.
exactly.
Yes, I
Because
can.
remember, that's why she didn't know what was going on with Keisha. She didn't know what was going on with Kev because she had just got married. She was off in a honeymoon and just focused on that.
She was in her wedded bliss.
Yeah, all that.
I'm with you. I do hope that Keisha really comes to understand, and I hope that she gets the help with making this decision too, because yes, this is your baby in the end, but it still has his traits. It can still have his traits. If there has been like hereditary chemical imbalance, that's gonna come down the pipelines to yours as well. So I don't know. I don't know. I do hope that she still continues on the path of getting help to becoming her best self in her new self,
Yeah.
because she'll never be the same. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna put a lot of weight on the family as a whole, especially if they stay in that little bitty apartment. That apartment is teeny tiny for all those people. Cause I peeped that last episode, and I meant to bring it up last week too, but I was like, dang, there's not a lot of room for 4 bodies.
And they got one bathroom.
1 bathroom. Mhm.
You would think they have a bathroom at least in the master bedroom.
Mm-mm.
When it comes to Keisha and the baby, I think she may try to keep it from a standpoint of maybe trying to get something good from the situation.
Mhm. I can see that.
Still mad about Ronnie. Okay, well, we need to have Ronnie Davis' funeral next week, even if
Yeah,
it's 5 minute scene or
I
2
think
minutes.
I think the community will come together to give him a proper send off.
I need a funeral, not a vigil, not a memorial, or something like that.
Maybe Papa will convince Big Papa to give whatever money that he collected from Duda or Perry
Mm.
to cover, because it's gonna be there at the church because he got saved
Well,
under him.
Ronnie would get military burial.
But
It's
the
already paid for.
oh, but the service will probably still be there.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. So I mean, but I'm just saying they wouldn't even. Nobody has to pay for it. Nobody.
Yeah,
And Ronnie was the last of the family, so they didn't even have any place to send money to, unless they raise money for the granddaughter,
yeah.
which is a stretch because it ain't even really his granddaughter.
Dang, I can't believe they took him out for
I
something that
know,
happened 2 seasons ago.
like y'all really did, child.
Oh, Ronnie, I was pulling for you. I really was.
You know I was.
Yeah, you and Iva, y'all was both pulling for Ronnie, but Ronnie is home with his granny and his son,
Hmm.
and I'm sure his parents, right? Or do we know anything about his parents?
We don't know. I know he went to visit his father that one time in that old car, but I don't know if he
Still
anything more
alive?
of that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
What's gonna happen with Emmett, Dom, and Tiffany? Is it just gonna play out? Do you think that Dom is gonna back out because she's like emotionally involved now? She's gonna sleep with Darnell to get that to get that feeling off of her. Like, okay, ooh, I feel better. I fucked your daddy. Because you know what they say. Only way to get over old is to get some new.
like I really don't think that she's invested in him all like that. I think she may have got a little tinge of jealousy. To me, Dom is more money driven.
Yeah, But I mean, but with her being money driven, though, she showed way too many emotions for it to just be a money thing. Because other than sleeping with her, Emmett has been doing, he's been committed to the business. He's been
Mhm.
doing everything he had to do
Mhm.
to help, do his part to make it happen. And she showed salt and shade throughout the whole episode. Like every time she had an opportunity,
Yeah,
and
but I
then even like with the conversation she had with Tiffany, which was real quick, but like even when Tiffany rolled up, she had the Candy Bird's face.
not the stank boo boo face.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if she anticipated Tiffany being around as much as she is, which I mean, in my opinion, at first, in the beginning, yeah, it was a cool idea. We'll be working together and, it'd be all about the food. But once it expanded to being much more, I think that's when she really kicked in like, oh, he got a whole for real relationship. Now she gonna be here. Oh, she all up in my face. But I think Emma gonna get caught. Either loose lips gonna be flying, or he gonna do something stupid as most men do, and he gonna tell him himself.
What if?
Mm,
Here, okay, I'm gonna play Iva's role today.
mm-hmm.
What if Tiff and Emmett break up? Emmett and Keisha get back together because now Emmett is ready to be faithful. Oh yes, we're gonna go long range because Keisha
Okay.
about to have this baby with no daddy. And one thing we know is Emmett is a daddy. Okay, he got some experience with that. And then him and Keisha do have a cool vibe. So by losing Tiffany, he's gonna understand the impacts of infidelity. And Keisha ain't gonna play that.
I don't know about that one.
He's the only one that got Keisha to open up. And he's the only one that everybody else is comfortable with her just chilling with, being around.
Tiffany not that comfortable.
Tiffany don't count. She about to go anyway once she find out that Emmett cheated.
She
And
about to what?
she about to go. She about to go.
I don't know. I think that's a stretch.
Okay.
I think that's a stretch for the two of them to get together. I can see him wanting to kick in and help out as much as he can, and him doing a whole lot to where he moves as though the baby is his. But for them to get together, I don't think Keisha would be. Keisha ain't up for that. Keisha don't want no parts of that. Cause she said
Okay.
last week you ain't shit.
But she know that.
Yeah, it is a little bit different when you know the dude ain't shit, but you just like, but you might know. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look a little side eye
Okay.
on that one. But that is a good prediction.
Let's see. So as far as Kevin and Gemma goes, obviously he's still trying to get in good with her dad, which that was slick. And shout out to Papa for being the homie to take the picture of the cheesy shit. Because I was like, what is that? Oh, he used silverware to write, I miss you.
Oh, that's what that was? Because I was laying down when I saw that part.
Girl, yes.
He understands, okay? Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Aww. He gonna be like, just talk to her. You guys will be together. Whereas Jake, fuck that bitch.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what else we got to get resolution on. Are you think we're gonna get it next episode, or are we gonna be left hanging to figure out what's gonna happen between Jake Duda and Trig?
Well, that would have to be the entire episode. Like, you really wouldn't have time. In order for, in my opinion, in order for it to make sense, you would have to dedicate the majority of the episode to them. I mean, because you don't think so?
I mean, it would be nice because the only thing is with all of them being gangsters, I don't know if everybody could survive. So there's the other thing. So I don't know how this is gonna play out because I don't see them taking Duda out. Although I would not be mad. But I mean, because my thing is, if Duda loses the race, if it comes out that he's a gangster, then he gonna lose Perry's Pizza anyway.
Why would he
So
lose it?
because it's gang affiliated.
Oh. Okay, well, I don't know nothing about that. So if they
Oh,
find that is, this is the part where I'm really green.
yep.
So if they find a business is in fact gang related, they close it down.
Well, because it's just a front for money laundering. That's the only reason that he's
Oh,
really into the pizza. So he would have to have in the financials that he's making the dough from the dough.
so what if that were in fact the case? That were to happen, that would be another opportunity for Emmett and Dom for an expansion. And maybe that'll bring Sonny back because Sonny was like, "No, you're not taking my place."
Oh,
And then
okay.
he
So we're
come,
gonna do far out predictions for the last.
yes, I mean,
Yes,
since we done
let's
started
go.
it, let's go ahead and finish it. Sonny comes back, he like, "No, no, maybe they did it underhandedly." And so he was like, "No, I got my attorney here. I want my place back." Okay, so now here's this open space. Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
But I mean, I'm sad and excited for next episode. Always, because I'm always looking forward to the next episode. But I'm sad that it's gonna be the last one.
Yeah, because we probably won't see it return till what, late 21, 22?
Oh man, you think it's gonna be a whole year?
Probably. I mean, because how often does it come back in a year? Twice?
I thought so. I thought the breaks were only like 3-4 months. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because nobody is recording right now.
Oh, damn pandemic.
I hope there is a little bit of closure come next week. No more Shy for a minute. You're going to have to find you a new show. hmm
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I guess we'll get to the power or the book 2, power book 2, or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah. Power Book 2. Look, let me do as I normally do. And on that note,
Okay.
we are done. All right. I'd like to thank everyone for checking us out, sticking with us, chilling with us. Hey, even drinking with us. Okay. Definitely continue to watch us, join, subscribe, not join. Oh, I said join, like it's a fan club. Subscribe, comment, let us know, what do you think? What are your predictions for next week? What do you hope plays out? What do you think is going to happen in the following season? Let us know. All right. Thank you, Erin, for joining me today.
You're welcome.
Get you
See you
some
next week.
get you some beer and a slice of red velvet cake.
All right then.
All right.
I'm on the way.
Oh. All right. Bye.
Bye.